Ah, ah, what? When, when the hell is going on here? What? Razor, what the frick?
Why are you blaming me, Chief? Why are you wrestling me about this?
I am trying to retire here in 2020, where I've got just crap reception on comms. I've got 5G. They won't even get up to 10G for
Why would
6 years.
Why would you pick 2020? Everything sucks in that year, remember?
I thought it'd be calm. I thought it'd be quiet. I like round numbers.
This is not Razor's fault. This was the power of Ortega here, because no one can control the internet like Ortega and make it break like Ortega. So there you go, Rex Tracer. There is still more Ortega left.
Well, in the future we have the Ultranet, but we'll get to that later.
Ortega!
Hey, boss!
We meet again, Chief.
I think I found your problem. You crossed your audio-visual net with your time-space continuum buster. Everything's hooked up now. We should be able to bypass it for now. But the cyber dogs are coming for me.
Cool. Well, that being said, appreciate everybody. Everyone's sticking around.
I am so sorry about the technical difficulties, but now that we're back in the present, we would like to start the show again for you all. Let's bring it back to Digital Desperado. Okay, not yet. Just kidding.
Cool.
Hey guys, what's this thing do? It says internet.
That's the entirety of the internet. Plug it back in.
I think I think we could probably start off maybe the prequel video we had before Desperado kind of kicked things off a little before then.
Little Butters action.
Yeah, get some of that Bobby Butter stuff going on there. We have to get him on a stream sometime. Definitely one of my favorite characters. Yeah.
So it looks like that fellow Ortega is going to be another time punk I'm going to stomp flat.
You really think you can take on Ortega by yourself?
Of course I can. Why wouldn't I?
I'm not even half the man of Ortega, and you barely got through me, so...
Let's not exaggerate things, Snide. I'm not the one in cuffs.
You want to take these cuffs off so we can go another
Time
round?
out. I got a message.
Razor? Razor! Check it out. We got a videotape sent from Ortega's lawyer. Looks like they're prepared to sue.
Hold on, Chief. Just a second. What do you mean, his lawyer? He's got a lawyer. What's he suing for?
Death. Check out your video screen.
Oh, crap. That's him.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Mr. Rex Razor, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Bobby Butters of Butters, Butters, and Butters, Attorneys at Time. And you are receiving this video summons because you have been slipping and sliding in our plans. You have stolen our chronotech. You have defeated Lieutenant Snide and a bunch of our boys. Your message has been received loud and clear, Mr. Razor, and you have compelled us to send a message of our own. You see, there are two certainties in this time stream. Number one is the law. Second one is my client, Mr. Ortega. Beg your pardon?
Yo soy the law.
Well, I stand corrected. There is just one certainty in this here time stream.
So here's how it's gonna go, time coppers.
You're gonna surrender that stolen time splitter and cease all aggression toward our organization. Fail to comply with our demands, and we will be forced to relinquish from you the burden of life. Some may call you the most dangerous man in the time stream, but I'm afraid the jury's still out on that, Mr. Razor.
Now, rest assured, Mr. Razor,
You have not faced an opponent as powerful as Ortega, as cunning as Ortega, as multilingual as Ortega,
お前はもう死んでやる。
as stylish as Ortega. I say, are those pit rapper sun spectacles?
See.
Well, I do declare that is superior eyewear. See you soon, Rex Razorburn.
What do you think about your chances now? I think that his lawyer looks like he smells funny. But I will say, those are some nice shades. I gotta get a pair.
That's right, you two can be as epic and stylish as Ortega. Just go to www.pitfibersunglasses.com, pitfibersunglasses.com.
Chief!
Razor!
Chief!
Razor!
What's going on? Who cleaned our clock?
Ortega and his crew attacked the station a few minutes ago. Can you believe the entire station was only 2 weeks out from retirement?
It was before their time.
I'm sorry you had to hear about it secondhand.
When is he? I'll take him out in a timely fashion.
You always see the hourglass is half full, eh, Razor? But there's no way you can take on the task of tackling this terrible team of time toughs. Or turn the tables and take back all the time tech that they took. You're gonna need backup.
But you're a head floating in space. Who could possibly be my backup?
No, he's right behind that. Literally, he's backing you up right now.
Chief!
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Fine.
Well, I guess this means welcome back, Snide. Listen, you help us take down Ortega. And all that stuff you did in the past is in the future. I mean, or whatever you did in the future, that's old past. But listen, we'll let you off with time served. Just don't do it again.
You son of a... Times have changed. How do we do this?
You'll need my Chrono Fist.
Nice.
And also these. These are the coolest shades in the time stream. Be careful. And use them wisely.
Whoa. It looks like I get to punch someone into last week. And to look awesome while doing it. You look great. We look great. Time out, Chief. Aren't you going to tell me to do this one by the book?
I have been an irascible police chief stereotype for 2,000 time cycles, and I have seen nothing like this before. Tick-tock, Razor. Caught him up.
I guess it's in our hands, Snide. Time to kill.
They do look great.
there's a place, hunting you loose a saving grace, but it reminds me so ever tragic.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back and watching that epic, awesome digital Desperado debut on Static Realms. So I loved it. It has everything that we should ever want and need, including alliteration, puns, time travel, dinosaurs, awesome action, and these guys, Thrill Killer. Thank you guys so much. How you doing?
Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. So we have some questions from earlier. We have some new questions. Yeah, we're just going to roll with this and just kind of ask you guys some questions about this whole experience that we just had. So how did Thrill Killer, first of all, where did the name Thrill Killer come from?
When I made the band back in 2015, I liked the combination of words. I was actually initially going to name it after our first single, Passion Killer, but I just always like the way those two words kind of work together. I also, I think I may have subconsciously gotten it from the Batman Elseworlds title as well. I noticed no one used it, and there was an Ares album called "A Time to Kill" that I liked a lot, where I used a lot of those kind of rhyme schemes, and that's kind of, I just thought the name was strong by itself. I'm always a big fan of one of like one word band names. I just like to keep it like that way. I don't think I've actually been in a band where we did not. Well, I guess if you count Power Up, but like Mechatronics is one word, Ares is one word. Yeah, so I kind of like the way it kind of worked. It was kind of, I guess,
it's
had a nice rhyme to it. Yeah, thanks.
It fits, yeah. So how did the music films come to be? Like, how did you come up with the concepts and the execution of these? Because it seems like they're 4 years in the making. It's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yeah, man. I guess it's been that long. Yeah, it's been a minute. The first was created back when we were trying to come up with our first video, and initially we were going to use our single Passion Killer, but we just happened to have finished The King of 1984, and we just kept having these things fall into our lap that kept screaming 80s movie. Like there was a post in this Baltimore Rock Opera Society group I'm in where there was a warehouse full of 80s costumes essentially that needed to be gotten rid of. And so I contacted Sebastian. I was like, hey, just grab these. And around that time, we also were, tight with Angel's Rock Bar, which that's the setting for most of the events in 1984. And I also was just a big fan of that kind of stuff cinematically. Like, it's no small, it's pretty obvious to see that there is some Kung Fury in some of this. And I was a big fan of that. In fact, there's a Kung Fury shirt I'm wearing in the first video as a little bit of a nod to it. Yeah. And I was starting to dive into synthwave at the time. And so the director heard the King of 1984 and was like, hey, let's not do Passion Killer. Let's do 84. And again, coincidentally, one of our friends had a DeLorean who ended up being our guitar player, Darren. And it just kind of fell in place. It's like, okay, we got the car, we got the place, we got the motive. So it evolved into that. And then after the first film, it did really well. I decided that let's make it an actual storyline. And that's when we had San Francisco was created with the prequel video. And the first thing we had to get done was the irascible police chief. It was the very first thing we had to get figured out, because really your cop storylines are all dependent on the angry chief. And yeah, I was done not long before that. I had the pleasure of working alongside Patrick in a production of progressive metal Sweeney Todd, and he was just perfect. And he's been an absolute treat to take these ridiculous scripts and just handle them on like cold, pretty much too. Like, guy just reads them and just nails them. So it's almost like we're just pushing how far his impressive acting skills can go by handling these ridiculous lines. Like that whole T section in the beginning of Desperado, that's a feat. Like a champ. But yeah, that's where I came from.
How many puns do you think we just took in just there?
Oh God.
Do you ever get to a point you're like, maybe this is too many puns? No, let's throw them in.
No, it's funny because sometimes I write puns that I think are horrible, and then like I'll read the script like when we're working on Desperado's intro, and Greg will have come up with worse ones, and it's like, okay, then all right, this is good. Then I'll throw mine in too with him. Yeah, I think at least a dozen, maybe 20.
So, what's your favorite pun?
Man, probably Clock Him Up. That's one of Greg's. Clock Him Up. I was not ready for that when I read it. Like he when I read the script, I found that part of the script when we were filming with the Chief, and when I read Clock Him Up, I was like, oh, I thought I had some bad ones. But yeah, that Clock Him Up.
Be cool. Not exactly a pun, but like I think my favorite line of the entire thing is when the Chief says, "Buy the book, Racer. Buy the book." I think that's just amazing.
You gotta have that happen with the Chiefs, you know. Like I have some very favorite angry Chiefs over the years too. Like Assy McGee is one of my very all-time favorite shows. Last Action Heroes Chief is a work of fine art. And like all those angry Chiefs, it's like they always talk about the book. You know, everything's buy the book, and it's like, okay, we got to get in there. Badge, gun, all that.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah,
that's where a lot of my inspiration. I'm also from Detroit, so
nice.
Detroit police chief.
It works, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got to do it, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get your pissed off Chief.
So, Greg, this project is amazing that you've took on with these guys, and I understand that you've had many different projects over the years as well. So, yeah. So, do you ever work